BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. What do you think? Is this a good thing for the community? Leave a comment. Oh man, I don't know what to think about this. Do I think it's going to go through? Yes, I do. And do I know what's going to happen when it does? Yeah, this. First gold ETF listed on New York Stock Exchange. Look at that. Here's a tweet by Bitcoin Archive. The price of gold went up 5 times when an ETF was approved. Bitcoin to 300,000? What do you all think? Look at that. I think it's going to happen because the USA, the SEC would like nothing more than BlackRock to hold the keys to the Bitcoin kingdom, right? The SEC can control BlackRock. They control them already. They can shut them down real quick if they get out of hand with the Bitcoin. So this has all been staged. This has all been planned. Get ready though for Bitcoin prices to skyrocket. Now, BlackRock, they have a partnership, a custodian partner, Coinbase. Oh my God. So this is some pretty big news for Coinbase as well. And as we all know, ARK Invest's Cathie Woods has just been diving in and buying coin shares. I think that was a pretty smart move. People criticized her for buying like millions and millions of dollars of coin shares. But with a partnership as big as BlackRock and the world's, like America's first Bitcoin approved ETF, this is just too much. Not everybody's happy. We're going to hear from Charles Hoskinson and see what he has to say about this. And a new all-time high for Bitcoin in this metric. We'll talk about that right after. So, the renowned creator of Cardano wasted no time in sharing his reaction to the news. The particular dissatisfaction of the entrepreneur caused one of the participants in the debate to assert that the SEC and its head, Gary Gensler, are trying to flush out unworthy frontrunners and allowing the anointed, that is, Bitcoin, to succeed. Recall that Cardano's token ADA is now suspected by regulators of being an unregistered security, which is nowhere near the truth. ICO, Japan. And as we found out from the library case, the judge ruled that tokens on the secondary market are not considered securities. So ADA, free and clear of any of this stupid nonsense. Hoskinson took to Twitter to express his discontent, criticizing Bitcoin enthusiasts who cheered the BlackRock news. He claimed that their support showcased questionable ethics, mental states, wow, and excessive greed. He could be onto something here. Do we want somebody like BlackRock being the gateway to Bitcoin in the West? Oh, it's scary, right? Another community member countered Hoskinson's view, emphasizing that while it may not align with the desires of most Bitcoin proponents, BlackRock's move could be a crucial step toward the wider adoption and recognition of not only Bitcoin, but also other strong projects like Cardano. Big point, right? Because like I just mentioned, Cardano is not a security, and it's a top 10 coin. It has a huge following. Cardano, man, I think Cardano is going to be right there next to Bitcoin because Ethereum gas fees, they kind of suck, right? So Bohemian Thomas 94 tweeted this. It's not what most Bitcoiners want, but it's a really important step for adoption and recognition, not only of BTC, but the crypto industry led by strong projects with fundamentals such as ADA, decentralized and effective, unlike ETH. I like those comments. I'm old enough to, and this is a reply from Charles Hoskinson. I'm old enough to remember Mike Hearn and Gavin being driven out. I'm also old enough to remember Jimmy Song pushing for the US government to ban all crypto except Bitcoin. Sorry, maximalists. Maximalists are fanatics that want to harm us all. You might be onto something there. In response, Hoskinson concluded that maximalists who hold extreme views favoring a single cryptocurrency are fanatics seeking to harm the entire industry. He might be onto something there because I think there's room for a few cryptocurrencies, you know what I mean? We don't need 2,000, but I say a few dozen, doing all kinds of different things. Everybody will kind of congregate into those few, and that will be it. Let's talk about Bitcoin just reached new all-time high. Can you guys guess what this is about? This is just so much more good news for Bitcoin. It will not stop. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And here's the proof. The resilience of the Bitcoin network continues to manifest as its mining difficulty hit another all-time high. The adjustment aimed at maintaining the stability and security of the network now requires a formidable 225 zeta hashes, I guess that's how you pronounce that, to discover a network block. The increase in mining difficulty correlates directly with the amount of computational power or hash rate being devoted to the Bitcoin network. As more miners join the fray, the network's mining difficulty increases accordingly, maintaining the average block discovery time at around 10 minutes. This recent all-time high indicates that despite market fluctuations, Bitcoin's underlying network is growing. Think about that, people. That is huge, huge news. Despite all the bad news, Bitcoin don't care. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. All right, so with all that said, what do you think? BlackRock, is this a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's good for everybody that's already in holding Bitcoin because they can experience that growth and we all can set ourselves free. That's the main goal, right? Set ourselves free. But I also love the technology. I want that technology to be adopted because I want to use the technology. Web3, I want to use that every day in my life. I want to create NFTs of whatever I feel like doing, photography, art, music, fashion. And I want everybody to have access to that, to be their own boss, to be their own bank. All right, everybody, you're still early. Trade hard, play smart.